Hey, what up, everybody? It's me. It's Hank. It's Hank. I'm talking to you on my Fun Time show. Here we go. Here we go, talking about fun time stuff. Are you ready? Are you ready to hear about it? There's little Mabel Louise. She's the sweetest dog in town, and I love her so much. So, Adult Swim was playing a bunch of episodes of Smiling Friends on YouTube. They're doing this to promote the fact that there's new episodes of Smiling Friends coming up now. And I was watching those episodes of Smiling Friends on YouTube, and it got me thinking about how I think Smiling Friends is the logical follow-up to Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I think Aqua Teen Hunger Force is probably one of the greatest cartoons ever made. I think overall it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It's funny in a way that nothing else manages to be, and I just think it's a really special show. I think it's a really special, wonderful little show. I just love those Aqua Teens so much. And watching Smiling Friends, I'm like, I think Smiling Friends is gonna do now what Aqua Teen did then. I think it's a good representation of that kind of chaotic anti-comedy, and at the same time, like, very hilarious, very irreverent. And I would even say it might be a little subversive. It's hard to call things subversive these days. I have a whole little rant to say about that and the fucking Ninja Turtles, but that's a whole other conversation for another time. Another thing is that Jerry Seinfeld movie Unfrosted just came out. I didn't see nothing about it, like I didn't see the trailer or nothing, but I've been seeing a lot of reviews coming out for it and people talking about it because apparently Jerry Seinfeld's going around talking about how he's doing one of those, like,
It's fucking crazy how comedy's dead. Comedy's dead, and the left killed it. Fucking woke activists and kids who are too sensitive for comedy. They ruined comedy.
it's so funny when a person does those kind of like, oh, you're just not allowed to be funny anymore. I'm going to make a movie. And then he almost proves his point because it's not funny. But it's not funny because the left ruined it. It's not funny because it's not funny because the jokes aren't funny. And a lot of people, who cares what other people are saying? Some, like myself, might even suggest that it has something to do with the fact that comedy gets really hard when you're a super out of touch rich guy. We've seen them make fun of this on The Simpsons when fucking Krusty the Clown couldn't make jokes and couldn't do stand up anymore because he's so rich and out of touch that he's got no way to connect with the audience. I think Jerry Seinfeld is going through that. I think the fact that what's his deal? He fucking dates a 17-year-old or married a 17-year-old, some bullshit like that, allegedly, or fucking whatever. He's not going to sue me, but who fucking cares? It's just always funny when you got a fucking out-of-touch, unfunny comedian complaining about the audience. It's the audience's fault that I'm not more funny, and you can tell because there's nothing funny out there in the world. And it's like, I can name 30 funny shows that are hilarious right now. Like, if the left killed comedy, then how come Always Sunny is still going strong? How come Smiling Friends is so fucking good? Or American Dad, or fucking Bob's Burgers? I'm just listing cartoons I like now, and if you don't agree with me, then I'm not proving my point. And if you do agree with me, then you didn't need me to make my point because you thought I was so smart in the first place. It's not the fucking point. What's my fucking point? My point is, I really like the show Smiling Friends. I really like the show Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and I think that Smiling Friends is the new Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I think it's funnier than Rick and Morty, which really isn't managing to stay funny over time, unfortunately. It's really managed to go up its own ass and just become a show about a sad guy and a creator who's all too invested in Joseph Campbell and the 3-act structure, rather than about making a funny show where things are jokes and shit. This isn't an anti-Rick and Morty rant. Rick and Morty's doing just fine. I watched a few episodes from the new season. I think maybe I watched all the new episodes and they were fine. I'm not going to watch them again. Smiling Friends is fucking hilarious. It's done by the dudes who did the Rick and Morty Bushworld short, which is also funnier than most Rick and Morty is. So fucking go figure, man. Go figure. Gotta go to Wendigo Morty to get me cube. That's fucking hilarious. That's funnier than... I could quote that more than I could quote anything from a new Rick and Morty episode. I don't think there's anything I've ever quoted from Rick and Morty past season 2. I mean, honestly, I don't think Rick and Morty exists after season 2. You get 2 good seasons and then it's fucking gone. Maybe that's all we'll get for Smiling Friends. Who fucking knows? Maybe it'll go up its own ass and the creators will become assholes and get canceled or something. Who fucking knows? But right now, Smiling Friends deserves... Well, people are talking about it on YouTube. It doesn't deserve more than... people love it, and fucking people are going to be freaks and fanatics about it, and who gives a shit about any of that shit? I just want to talk about a cartoon I liked. I want to talk about 2 cartoons I liked. One of them is Smiling Friends. The other one is Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Greatest show in the world, man. You don't like Aqua Teen Hunger Force? It's fucking number 1 in the hood, G. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's great. Aqua Teen Hunger Force is great. I'm okay. I'm pretty cool. Look at me. I'm doing stuff. Fucking put me in one of these cartoons. I'd love that. Oh, God, I'd love that. To be like the voice of a Master Shake character just in some cheap Adult Swim cartoon for 20 years, man, that's the fucking dream. That's what I would love to do. I think I've thought about that a number of times. There's a number of artistic projects I would like to make, but if I could ever make a show like Aqua Teen or Smiling Friends, the thing is, it's hard to make in a vacuum, especially when you're a writer and not an animator or an illustrator. But anyways, I just think these shows are great. I think they're some of the highest forms of art in some regards. Like, I would put fucking Aqua Teen Hunger Force, I'd put it in the fucking art museums. Take fucking the Mona Lisa, fucking throw it in the back, man. Nobody needs to see that shit anymore. Aqua Teen Hunger Force, man. Fucking write it across the sky. I meant to say Smiling Friends, but they're both great. They're both fucking great. Put Master Shake in the fucking White House. I don't care, man. Fucking eat a big bag of dicks. Who cares? Who cares about anything? Who cares about anything? Who cares about any of this? You do. You kept watching it, and I'm editing it and recording it, so I guess I care too. That's nice. It's nice when people care. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about cartoons and talk about a cartoon I liked, and now I did. And now I gotta go. So thank you for being part of my show.